Hey, what's up everyone? So today's workout consists of 3 parts. First part's going to be a 7-minute AMRAP, then we'll have a short rest, move into the second workout, which is going to be 10 rounds every minute 15 seconds. Then we're going to finish it off with a second 7-minute AMRAP. So let's get into the first workout. First workout consists of 7 ground to overheads, 14 Russian twists, and 6 atomic sit-ups. So the ground to overhead involves a weight. So if you have dumbbells, a kettlebell, a ruck that I have here, or just a duffel bag filled with some shoes, grab that. We're just coming to the ground and we're lifting it up overhead. So toes will be pointing forward, feet about hip distance apart. We're sending the hips back as we lower. So as we bend the knees with weight, grab it however you need. Weight touches the earth and then it reaches up. We keep the core engaged the entire time. We're squeezing the glutes so we create that neutral pelvis so we're not crunching in the low back, sending the hips back, knees come wide of the feet. We're doing just 7 of these. So grab whatever you have at home that you can use to lift up over your head. And then we're coming right down to 14 Russian twists. So doing the best you can to lift your feet up, engaging the core. We want to be lifted up through the front of the spine here. And we want the weight to kind of rainbow up and back. So keeping the feet lifted, going from side to side. We're making the twist with the top of the spine. So the sacrum, the hips are grounded into the earth as we're twisting from the thoracic spine, going left and right. And then we're coming straight into our atomic sit-ups. So from the ground, we'll lengthen through the toes. We'll create that posterior tilt in the pelvis so the low back comes to the earth, so we create that hollow back as the weight lifts up overhead. The heels come in to the hips as the weight helps propel us forward so the feet come underneath us as we stand up. And we come to the earth, set the hips down, reaching long, low back on the ground, coming forward. Keeping the core engaged the entire time. If you can't do an atomic sit-up, you can practice with it even without a weight, even using a hand to help get you up. Or you can do some tuck crunches, making sure you're lifted up through the front of the spine, touching the heels each time, working on strengthening your core. Then you can take a short rest and we'll jump into the second workout, which is 10 rounds every minute 15 seconds. So we're going to hold the bottom of a squat for 30 seconds. So finding your feet inside a shoulder distance, somewhere that's comfortable for you, that you can still squeeze the glutes to create that neutral pelvis. You can energetically screw the feet into the ground. Left foot will screw into the ground counterclockwise, while the right foot clockwise, so you create that stability at the ankle joint as well as at the hip. Creating that torque also allows the knees to track wide as we begin to send the hips back, staying inside those thighs and staying high if you need, if you're creating any problems with the ankle joint or if the heels start to lift up, staying high. But if you can, squeezing those glutes, hugging the front of the sacrum in and up the spine as you send the hips back and wide, staying engaged the entire time, making sure you're energetically pulling those knees wide, keeping the core engaged the entire time for 30 seconds. And as soon as 30 seconds is over, we're going to do 15 and a half air squats. So the half is just coming up, and then you're going to do 15. And this is every minute 15 seconds. So the time's going to go quick. So take that 10 seconds or so that you have between each set to just shake out the legs and get ready to come to that bottom of that squat for that second set. And then you can take a short rest. We'll jump into the third workout, which is another 7-minute AMRAP. So that AMRAP is going to consist of 14 overhead sit-ups and 7 push-ups. So let me show you those sit-ups. I'm going to start with the weight just pressed up. We're going to butterfly the knees so the bottoms of the feet will touch. Knees will come wide, and then we're going to sit up trying to lift up through the front of the spine as we pull the head through and then come back down. So So we want to make sure we get the head through those arms each time, and we do 14 of those, and then we're going to move into 7 push-ups. So just making sure in those push-ups, front of the sacrum lifts in and up, elbows wrap in, as we extend through the crown, pressing back through those heels, bringing those feet to touch if you need, or keeping them about sitting bone distance apart, not much wider than that. So we come all the way to the ground, chest touches, press back up. So it's 7 of those, making sure you're squeezing the glutes, sacrum in and up, keeping the core engaged the entire time. And there's just one thing I missed. In that first 7-minute AMRAP, the idea is not to go through it as fast as you can. The idea is to hold on to the weight the entire time. So see if you can really challenge yourself in that first AMRAP to hold on to the weight, get through those movements with quality, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions.